It is not recommended to take the old style of hammer strut assembly apart unless you need to. The mainspring is under a lot of tension, and I use a zip tie as I compress the mainspring for safety. Always use eye protection when working with springs. Pull the zip tie as tight as you can before compressing the spring. Place the hammer strut assembly into a vise and compress the spring. As you compress, continue to pull the zip tie tight. As you compress the spring, the assembly will jackknife. Push downwards, and this will give you the compression you need to tighten the zip tie even farther. Once you have enough compression that the mainspring seat is not resting on the mainspring pin, you can remove it from the vise. Now use a roll pin punch to push the mainspring pin through the hammer strut. I use a magnetic parts holder under my vise to catch the pin as it falls from the strut. Be careful that the zip tie does not slip off the assembly, as it is holding the compression. To remove the zip tie, place the hammer strut assembly back into your vise so that you can put tension onto the vise and away from the zip tie. Now carefully cut away the zip tie and remove the hammer strut assembly. To assemble the old style of hammer strut assembly, you will need the main spring pin, the main spring seat, and hammer strut. When working with springs, make sure you wear eye protection. Start by putting the mainspring seat into a vise where you'll be able to get access to the leg of the mainspring strut when inserted. Install the mainspring onto the hammer strut and place the assembly into the back of the mainspring seat. Now push enough to place a punch through the hole in the hammer strut to hold the assembly together. I used a piece of cardboard to protect my hand during the compression of the spring. Now with the mainspring seat captured, we need to put a zip tie around the assembly and compress it a little more so that we can insert the mainspring pin. You will not have a lot of room on the seat for compression in your vise. After you have compressed the spring a little bit, you can remove the punch and begin the install of the mainspring pin. Make sure you support the back side of the seat as you install the pin. Once the pin is in enough to capture the seat, you can then remove the zip tie. If needed, you can hammer the pin a little bit to put it into its final place. Watch our other videos about the Sig Classic Pistol. Please remember to subscribe to our channel. It helps us more than you realize. Thank you for watching. Visit trb.fyi for additional content on this video. You can also support us on Patreon and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.